Hello, my name is Manny. I'm 37 years old. I'm gonna have my first treatment in a couple of weeks here at his. I'm looking forward to it. Very excited. Been thinking about doing this procedure for quite a while now, and I just said, you know what, let me try it. I've looked online on YouTube and seen the before and after results, and very convincing with the results. And I'm very excited to go ahead forward with it. First I went on the website, then I went on YouTube and just took it from there. And just so it's a lot of many videos that proved to me that, you know, that made me feel comfortable, because usually when the companies are not too, you know, I don't know, legit is the word, they usually just post one video here and there, but these guys have, you know, a whole website, the forum, the whole thing. And from what I understand, they're worldwide now and just growing every day. I know a lot of my buddies have the same, I wouldn't say problem, but the same issue with hair, with the hair receding, as well as myself. And we actually, a couple of weeks back, I was in a barbecue and I told him, you know, I discussed, because I'm not shy about it, you know. I discussed the procedure that I'm gonna have, that I was planning to have, that I'm planning to have, actually, I'm sorry. With his, and they said, well, I don't know, you know, they were a little hesitant, and you know, they kind of want me to be the first one to take the plunge, and they said, when you come back, we'll see how it looks. So I'm excited. This is, you know, very cheap compared to other procedures, I think, and nobody's cutting you, you know. It's basically, you know, pretty much a tattoo. From what I understand. And I mean, if you ever had a tattoo, or if you hadn't, you know, you understand. It makes more sense to do this. You know, it's gonna give you that satisfaction you're looking for. I met Ian, and his hair looks pretty good, and he had showed me, he let me actually touch his head, and you know, you can't really tell. It's just really cool what they do here. It's just, that really did it for me. You know, he made me feel so comfortable. He's like, look, man, touch my head, see for yourself. And then he told me on top of that, that he did this 11 years ago. So even that, you know, that made me, you know, convince me more to go ahead with it. Because I'm thinking long-term, of course, what's gonna happen 5-10 years from now. And, you know, he told me, you know, I did mine 11 years ago and it looked great. I actually was using various chemicals when I was younger to get my curls going, if you will. And I would, you know, I was in the club scene and I would go out a lot, so I wouldn't hold back from using any kind of chemicals or anything on my hair to make it look a certain, you know, to give it that certain look. And as you can see, this is what happens when you do that. And you know, my mom will always warn me, don't mess with too many chemicals on your head, and I never listened. But as I got older, I wouldn't say my late 20s, I started seeing the receding hairline, and before you know it, I had to go short, and then this is what happens after a while. So actually, I have a brother who is so concerned about his hair. Even he was holding on to the last little bit of hair he had on top. I said, man, listen, just shave it off. You'll be all right. Even his wife was telling him to cut it off. And when I mentioned his to him, I actually, you know, showed him a couple of videos, and he was very interested. But again, he just says, Manny, you go ahead and do it, and we'll take it from there. But he, you know, he keeps calling me, have you done it? So, you know, as a matter of fact, on my way over here, he texts me, you know, are you gonna do it today? I was like, no, but soon enough. And I'm sure he's gonna follow my steps. I'm sure, you know, he's gonna, you know, do it once he sees me. During my consultation with Ian, he basically explained you have to just keep it, you know, keep your hair low. You know, I even told him I have a little gray coming out, and he says, Manny, look, you keep it low now anyway, so, you know, the gray only comes out once you know, start letting it, you know, grow longer than you usually do anyway. So, you know, he mentioned you might have to just do it once a week like you do it now. And that's about it. Obviously, if you go in the sun, if you're going to the beach, you put a little protection, you know, as you would just for your skin. But, you know, from what he explained, it didn't sound too complicated. It's basically doing what I do now. My biggest thing is the hairline. You know, I actually went home and drew with some makeup my wife uses a line here, you know, along the side here, and you know, I kind of filled it in. It was kind of funny looking, but at the same time, you know, when I looked, it made me feel more confident. Just having that, even though it was a funny, you know, I made it up myself type of hairline. It kind of reminded me, you know, 10 years ago what I looked like, you know, when I had my hairline and how confident I felt.